What's up, guys? Ray Blimp, from homeless to over 100 doors, $10 million in real estate deals. And today I got a very special episode for you. I want to talk about the pitfalls in investing in today's market. You know, we hear a lot about the upside, but I keep it real on my channel, man. I share with you guys the good, the bad, the ugly. So I want to share with you guys some of the pitfalls that I see in today's market of, not investing correctly. We hear a lot of naysay. There's a lot of hype in there. So I want to clarify that. Today's kind of special episode too. I'm actually getting my pilot's license. I've been trying to get it, and today we're going for a flight, so maybe I can take you guys along with me too. Love for you to see. So one of the biggest pitfalls is trying to make the numbers work, right? And I don't care how you guys analyze your deals. If you want, I have a free deal analyzer, maybe be a link below. But no matter how you analyze your deals, make sure that the numbers work from the beginning, right? Don't force the numbers to work. So let's just say, for example, we know about, interest rates are supposed to be coming down. We went from, 7, high 8s, even high 9s to, about 6.5 is where we sit today. If your deal does not cash flow at a 6.5, don't say, okay, I'm going to buy it and we make it cash flow at, 6. You can refinance, but until that time, you're going to bleed, right? Unless you have a plan to force the value, which might be, value adds, even for small housing, adding washers and dryers where tenants pay for them, or, adding laundry services, or whatever you need to do to force the value. If you can force the value, great, right? But if it doesn't make sense, don't try to force the numbers because you like the location or you think it's a sweet deal. The numbers do not lie when it comes to real estate investing. So make sure that you understand that when you buy this asset, the numbers have to work, and we try to make them work for day one, right? I try not to personally buy anything that doesn't cash flow from day one. So as soon as I walk into the asset, I want to make sure that I'm making money, and then have the intention of what is the value add. Now, of course, that doesn't work on fix and flips. Fix and flips, there's no value to be made. The value is in the sell of it. So you have to force the value. But the value can be made on the buy side though, right? So you want to make money on a buy in a fix and flip, You can also make the money on the sell, but the money is really made on the buy. Another thing I want you guys to be cautious of is making sure that the deals cash flow. I've been in many cities, many countries. I know in certain countries, I was in Canada, for example, cash flow isn't really a thing. They invest for appreciation. And here that just doesn't work. It does not make sense. You're pretty much risking that the value will continually go up. And although real estate values have gone up traditionally, I don't want to just bank on that, right? Appreciation, I look at appreciation, it's almost like just a little piggy bank. My money's sitting in there. It's there if I need it, but I don't rely on appreciation. The cash flow is your lifeblood. So if something happens, you need to have that cash flow handy to make repairs, upgrades. You need to have that cash flow. So when you go and you invest for appreciation only, you're going to find yourself in somewhat of a myriad. Hopefully the market can save you. But when we talk about 2008 and people getting wiped out, they didn't have reserves, and a lot of them were investing just on appreciation. The market's going to keep going up. It's going to keep going up. And that is one of the biggest signs of a bubble. So when we look at the Canadian market, we hear a lot about the appreciation factor. It's a sign of a bubble. So when you're investing in real estate, you want to make sure, I think I like to invest for all three, but at least invest with two in mind, right? The three ways you make real money in real estate is appreciation, depreciation, cash flow. So appreciation is going to be the property's value going up in time. Depreciation is the tax benefits, and the cash flow is your lifeblood. The cash flow is what pays you each and every single month. Now, if you're in a high appreciating market, rents will continue to go up, and you should continue to make more money. Typically, that's true throughout the United States. I think we see anywhere from a 2 to 3% increase in rents over time. I know a lot of us got very comfortable, very happy during COVID. We saw 6, 10, 15, 20% sometimes in your markets of rent increases. And that is not normal. But when you go to buy an asset, you might be able to actually find an undervalued asset. And I'll give you an example. A unit, we just purchased about 8 units, and their market rents were about $400 to $500 under market. So, by buying this unit, forcing the value, right? We gave the tenants, of course, we didn't just go in and say, hey, look, we're going to raise the rent right now. We gave them more value. So, hey, look, we have an updated unit that we'd love to get you in if you're, a current paying tenant. Some of the tenants we had to evict because they were behind. Some weren't paying rent. But if you are up to date, we'd love to get you into this newer unit. And I like buying units like that too, because I can also see how the tenant lives now. So this is another pitfall that you guys want to watch out for too. If you go to buy something or you're bringing in a new tenant, make sure you can see how that person is living. The last thing you want, especially if you have very tight cash flow margins, is to bring somebody in. You just renovate this place, tight margins, you bring somebody in, and then boom, they ruin your place. Or you bring them in, they pay for 3 months, 4 months, and then they just don't pay. And especially to my people, my listeners, subscribers that are listening, and not landlord friendly states, you guys have waits to evict. I've seen upwards of a year. It makes it very difficult. So you want to make sure that you're doing your background checks, credit checks all before these tenants move in. You have to be very careful, be very specific about the tenants and the class of tenant that you allow in to your property. These are investments, ladies and gentlemen, so treat them as such. Those are some of the pitfalls that I've seen currently. A lot of people are like, yeah, I'm going to make these numbers work, I'm going to fudge it, but the deal is the numbers are the numbers. You cannot fudge it, you cannot try to make it work. You have to make sure that it cash flows from day one, or has the idea of making it cash flow. You have to go on with that mindset. So when I think about investing in today's market, those are some of the current things that I look at. The interest rates, yeah, we may see them start to decline, but they might not be as fast as what they think. And so I want you to remember that if you are investing, we talk about fixed rate, adjustable rate. I would not personally go adjustable right now, because rates are, the market is kind of finicky. We're in the middle of an election. We don't know where the markets will lie at. So I want you guys, if you can, it's always, I think, best to get fixed rate and then eventually refinance. But that is up to you guys. Make sure you do your own due diligence, do your own analysis. Make sure you do, you have to do your due diligence. Have to. I can't stress that enough. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. I am officially at the airport. We're hosting a free masterclass this Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to take you guys, maybe you can walk into the airport. I can give you guys a tour and you see me take off. But hopefully I get to see you guys soon, all right? Thanks.